this is Rebecca, and this is the first channeling of the year 2013. Each morning I feel guided. I sit down and receive messages from Divine Mother and other high beings of light. I form my circle of light. A lot is going on. There is an elephant with a red and gold triangle banner worn on his head. A very beautiful young lady is in an ornate costume on his back. Ingrid, which is a male Hawaiian shaman who is my translator in spirit, is there. He usually wears simply a leather skirt, but today he has his usual leather skirt and a black shiny pair of boots and a matching shiny vest. His chest is bare as usual. Is he trying to imitate a ringmaster, I wonder? So, I'm just waiting to see what this day's meditation will bring. There is quite a crowd gathered to watch. Watch what? And there are a few more animals here. A monkey, also dressed in red and gold, seems to be scampering in and out of the crowd. A majestic snow-white leopard is sitting like a queen, calmly observing the seeming chaos. She wears a collar around her neck, and a beautiful lady is holding a leash. However, this is all for show. The snow-white leopard is actively in charge of the whole proceedings. She is only wearing the leash to show that she can conform for the greater good. Goodness gracious, Ingrid! What is going on, I implore? With a wry smile, Ingrid replies. Only instead of mind transmission as usual, he steps up to a microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the infinite possibilities for your life. Welcome to the greatest show on earth, the unfolding of one soul's journey in evolution. Ingrid's voice reverberates through the assembly, and suddenly there is stillness and darkness. Naught can be seen except for the lone figure of Ingrid standing at attention before the mic. All else is still and utterly silent. So silent that I, as observer, can hear my own heart beating in my ears. The silence continues, and then Ingrid begins, still speaking into the mic. In the beginning was light, and in the light there was also the seed of darkness. So great was the light that there was nothing to be distinguished as separate. And yet there was that seed of contrast, that tiny seed of opposite, that particle of darkness so minuscule it could not be detected. And then the light set. Let us explore this creation of ourselves more clearly. Let us grow and develop as separate, and in the growing and developing, let us see if we can find our way back to complete light again. And in our journey, let us give rise to more expansion, and let us explore that which is not what we are, pure light. In order to do this to full enjoyment and growth, we must call upon something different than ourselves as pure light. We must call up and give authority to the dark. The dark in itself has no power. It can never, ever outshine the bright light that we are. And yet, without the dark, we cannot distinguish one spark from another. We can only see one great, all-encompassing light. And so, let us collectively agree to give power to the opposite of that which is light. Let us call forth this tiny sliver of dark and give that dark the power to create new life, new experiences. And let us not despise that which has the power to create, and let us not forget that without the dark, we would not be able to grow, for we are already complete in this encompassing brightness. And we find it not satisfying to be ever and only light. And so the one called Elias consciously shut down some of his light so that he could search and find that tiny sliver that was the dark. So hard was it to find the sliver that Elias had to consciously and with great effort reduce the amount of light waves he produced. In this manner was the spiral created. Instead of sending his light out in straight lines, Elias proportioned his light in wave and spiral formations. Once this was accomplished, Elias easily found the tiny sliver of dark. Without the wave and spiral formations, this could never have been accomplished. These formations wound around and gave rise to the concept of giving and receiving, negative and positive, attracting, repelling. And in this manner was the dark given authority to create, to be part of the evolution process. As long as there is dark, there must always be light. The darkness of the galaxy has the authority to birth stars. The darkness in the bowels of the earth has the power to birth vegetation, minerals. From the darkness of the womb comes the authority and the ability to birth human life. Despise not the dark, for it has the power and authority to create. The dark only has the power that you give it, for remember, you were first light. And in that beginning of first light, we collectively chose to experience all that could be experienced. Do not hate the dark. Do not fear it, for in the embracing of it, you shall find the true light of the soul. You shall find that it was you in the beginning who chose to give the dark the power to create. Humans, it is time to realize that nothing is our enemy. It is in the embracing of the light and dark within us that true growth occurs. You would do well to acknowledge and put to use the spiral and wave concept. The waves of light patterns intertwine to create beautiful kaleidoscopes. The white leopard knows that she can only be seen in the contrast of the dark. These words are like a parable and will unlock great understanding as you simply read and absorb. Your soul will give you the revelations you seek for yourself. Only that which is true for you, for your heart, is your own personal truth. Acknowledge all spectrums within yourself. Acknowledge every possibility as simply that, a possibility. Reading this with open heart will unlock many spiral and waves of creations within yourself. The conscious mind is not needed here, except for the reading of the words. Change nothing in this transmission, this day, for these words themselves form a pattern that the heart will recognize.